So this is the Excel Fusion tool, and right now you can see I'm in the Exchange application that you've downloaded from the Exchange in QuickBase, and that has the 3 tables: Excel Fusion templates, tabs, and documents. On the dashboard, there's an Excel Fusion button. I'm going to click that and show you what that loads up as our UI here, and it's going to give us the option to download the Excel Fusion demo Excel file, and I'm going to do that by clicking here. That'll download to my local download folder. While that opens up here, what I am expecting, and it's because of the template that we had set up, we will be pulling the templates, the tabs, and the documents table from QuickBase that are in this example demo. So let me show you how that's built in the configuration. So the configuration in the application, the template itself will show you, here's the template details and just the name, the description, and we have a few icons selected. So it's an active template, its download icon is checked, the save to QuickBase download icon is checked, and so is the PDF. And here's the template file that we've set up. We're just putting in our headers, our colorization, any pivot tables, and in further sheets that access those data, in the sheets that we're actually downloading data from QuickBase. So we'll get more to that in a second. And then you can see the tabs. These are the actual data points that we are targeting in QuickBase to download into the Excel file. So we have tab 1, 2, 3, and 4 declared, where we have the table ID. And you can see this table DB ID actually matches the table DB ID here that we're looking at. So this is really looking at the Excel Fusion templates table, and we're telling it to use query ID 1, which is the list all report in the Excel Fusion template table. And so that's going to return the list all columns and fields and sorting properties. And then we have the query by key, which is optional. We're supplying the value 3 in this table, which is the record ID. And when we launch this from the table that we're launching it from, so in this instance from the Excel Fusion template table, when we say Excel Fusion JS bypass with key, for instance, or this PDF with key, that's going to pass a key parameter, which is the record ID, to our script, and it will know if the query by key is set here and we pass it a key value, it's going to query this table further than the list all report that we've designated to get just the Excel Fusion template related to the record we've launched from, and only the tabs that are related to the template that we've launched from, and the documents to the template that we've launched from. So let me show you how that works. We've shown you from this perspective. You launch it up here, it shows in the UI, you can download it, save it to QuickBase, download the PDF. Then I've also got some buttons here, copying the template, just an easy way to copy the template over. Then we've got the Excel Fusion UI, which is just what we're looking at over here. Excel Fusion JS bypass, that means I'm going to pass all of the parameters that I want to our script, and it's going to download the file that I'm after. So I'm going to pass it a key parameter, meaning I'm going to query by key, and I'm going to supply it with template ID equals number 1, so it doesn't open the UI and I don't have to download. But this button's a little different, where it passes the and PDF equals 1 parameter, and that will download the PDF of that template. So let me talk more about the PDF functionality, showing you in another application where I'm going to launch the Excel Fusion UI in this application. It has a different Excel output here. I'm going to download the file and show you what that looks like. Download. And you can see there are 4 or 5 columns in here: companies, contacts, sales items, issues, and chart. Now, all of these first four tabs in this Excel document are pulling from reports in QuickBase. So this is a companies table, this is a contacts table, a sales items, and issues table. It's pulling that data in here, and then the chart is dynamically pulling data from these tables and splitting it up and pivoting the data. So the tool itself, Excel Fusion, we can set it up real easy to extract the data from your database, from other QuickBase applications that you have access to. It can query the data from all of these databases and pull it into Excel. And then you can create your own custom charts and pivot tables that utilize that data and summarize that data and present it in the fashion you want. And once you have that format in here, and perhaps that's a dashboard, perhaps that's just a few key metric reports that you're looking for, you may want to just skip the 4 tabs that you're downloading entirely and grab the PDF of that last page only. So that's what I'm opening up now. That last page is just rendered to a PDF. So I'm going to show you how that's set up again in the template itself. When you're setting it up, you set up your tabs to be named, coinciding with the tables that you're querying from. You can see the last tab, number 5, we have as the PDF output, and we have the PDF tab that equals to checked. So that's how we're able to do that with the PDF icon from the UI. And then I do want to point out that we do have the advanced query, C-list, and S-list parameters. If you don't want to use a query ID and a stored report in your application and you feel more advanced, you can use the advanced settings to program a more advanced query, C-list, and S-list. But I recommend having a knowledge of the advanced query language of QuickBase before navigating those and trying to use the query IDs when applicable and when optional. I will say also that the query IDs that you're trying to use should be in the table format, not a summary report or a chart or a bar or anything like that. It needs to be table data that you're actually querying.